1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost a weekend and you don't know what to do. Or you just need something fun to listen to.
Southside Pod!
Yes, we're on the air. And the gang's all here, all things on the South Side. You're listening to the Southside Pod. Looking for the best Southside breweries. Or you might just need an awesome place to eat.
Southside Pod!
Mount Greenwood, Evergreen, Blue Island, Beverly, Payless, and Allsup too. You're tuned into the Southside Pod.
Southside Pod!
Oak Lawn, Midlothian,
Southside Pod!
Oak Forest, Chicago Ridge, Flossmoor, and Bridgeview. You're listening to Southside Pod.
If you're looking at the videos online, the Tito's bottle that's sitting where Bill is.
Tito's.
According to our social media, our producer, our person who's putting the videos online, getting them out there.
More popular than us.
Right. Yes, the Tito's bottle with the sweater is more popular than us.
Trending.
Trending.
It's dressed better.
It's got the Q rating on that thing is through the roof. Okay.
You can't see it, but the Tito's bottle just has a sweater, no pants. So do we.
But that's where she says that's where the products will go when we get big.
Oh, we're not.
There'll be
we're
product.
not supporters
There'll
of
be
them right
product placement in that spot. Okay.
So it'd be like, hey, Bill, you want a drink? Sure, I'll enjoy a Tito's.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Like,
You got this down,
what you're
buddy.
gonna do.
Label out.
Because they're like the first batch of videos that went out, there was a popcorn bowl
Yeah.
that said White Sox on it, and she was like, "That's where the product placement goes.
That's why we put it there.
You're gonna trust that with me?
You have the better shot where you're at, because I'm kind of a close-up and you guys are a wide shot. So, yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
great.
that's fat.
The Uncola. Oh, that's 7-Up. I'm terrible at this.
Read the cue cards, Bill.
Sorry.
Read the cue
What
cards.
is Sprite?
Read the cards.
I don't know what Sprite is anymore.
Do you need stronger reading glasses?
We need some 7-Up, because I only.
But the thing is like, this may be good for you as well, because she was like, we could probably put something on the microphone stands. And I was like, Bill would love a sign that
right in
covered him
front.
up. on the
You're like Mike
microphone
Wazowski. You can't see me.
All you see is his hat above this big giant placard.
Wilson from Home Improvement.
That's you. All right, so I want to answer you guys a kind of serious question.
Uh-oh. We're not good at those.
Hold on, let me pour a drink before you.
Yeah, let me get one too. Hold on.
I'm gonna have a Sprite. And Tito's. The official drink of the left side of the bar. On the South Side Pie.
I'm still drinking NA beers. I'm still on the non-alcoholics.
The right side sucks. Right field sucks.
Right field sucks. Right field sucks.
All right, let's get serious.
All right. So I feel like it's early. Like, I'm not ready for it yet.
Are you talking about
Like
time tonight,
day,
time in general?
In my life.
Oh,
at this juncture, right?
All right.
early
Like,
in your
it's
life.
very clear I'm divorcing, and it's very clear there is no reconciliation coming
Yes.
between the two of us,
Okay.
and that this is messy and ugly and awful and whatever. But it's going to end, thankfully, at some point.
Okay.
And that's good. So I've had people ask me, like, "Are you going to get back out there?" And I am in no way. Like, nobody wants
Well,
this.
it's very fresh. Why
It's
would
too
you?
fresh. I'm not, right?
I'm sure you got a sour taste in your mouth, right?
But I've had people start to suggest to me dating apps.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Already?
And it's like, and I'm like, and the funny
Christian
thing is,
mingle?
the funny thing is, well, the first one that got asked to me was when my sister asked me if I had joined Farmers Only lately.
That's awesome.
I was like,
you're not a farmer.
like, I want to be on a fun one like that, right?
Yeah.
Take a
And
picture
then-
of myself in overalls, even though I'm not on a farm,
And
and
then
see
you
how
can say,
long I
like,
can
oh,
do it.
I play Farmville online.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that counts, right?
Right.
It's virtual farming.
Farmers Only, like, I mean, like I want to be on one of the ridiculous ones,
Yeah,
right?
why wouldn't you?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to go mainstream. So I sat down and I opened up, like, the App Store. And
This
I
is
started
being serious.
I
That's a
started
rabbit hole you
scrolling
do
through.
not want to go down.
Oh, my
Chris.
God, there are some weird ones
I think
in
there's
there.
a clown one.
There are.
Oh, wait, there's multiple
clown
clowns?
dating
There's one in there for people that just dress up as anime characters and meet up. I mean, there's some weird stuff on these apps.
Hey,
Weird
what do they
stuff.
What do they call that rule? It's like Rule 47. Did you ever hear about that?
What's Rule 47?
I think that might be it. I have to check it out. But it's basically, if you could think about it, you could think about anything, there is a pornographic movie about it, or there is someone that fantasizes about
Somebody
it.
came up with it.
Someone think about the weirdest thing. Someone out there fantasized about it or has a fetish about it.
And if you Google it, you'll find it.
Most likely.
Yeah, that'll probably
scary.
happen.
The world's a scary place.
The world is a
We're very
scary
creative.
place.
It's there's two different ways to look at
I
it.
try to explain it to my kids. Like now, I mean, the older ones, the two teenagers, like, especially my son, because it's a thing. Like I imagine me at almost 16 years old, like he's about to turn 16 here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And if you would have given me a handheld computer with the power to look up any image I wanted to.
I was ripping pages out of the bra section of Sears catalog.
Right? I mean, that's the thing.
Trying to do it neatly, too, so my parents didn't find out.
Your mother would get a closed catalog, and you would be pulling out just one section of it, right?
Right.
Like my dad used to get Victoria's Secret magazines sent to the house because he would buy something for my mother, but he was buying her at that age like a robe for Christmas.
Right.
But he'd buy it
You
from
weren't
there.
looking at the robe
I wasn't looking at the
section.
robe section.
have a robe section?
And what would happen is it would show up and it'd be in the
Crotchless
mail,
robe?
and she didn't want the thing, and I'd see her throw it on the top of the garbage can, and she'd walk out of the kitchen, and I'd grab it right off the top of the garbage can, stick it underneath my shirt. I'd have it underneath my shirt, walking up to my room, stealing the Victoria's
See you
Secret.
in 45 seconds.
Exactly. Right? So if I was doing that at that age, what the hell is he looking up on his phone?
Oh, God.
Right? So I keep telling him, like, look, you might think it interesting to type something into your Google search. You have to remember, though, if you type it in, it's going to show up, and you're never going to get that image out of your head.
Yeah.
I
can't even imagine.
That's an actual conversation I've had with him. Like, if you search it, you will find it. You may end up on a list.
Yeah.
Somebody may come knocking on the door.
You should have given him an example
If
of
you
something,
think of
right?
something, you'll find it, and you may regret finding it.
I did this like 10 or 15 years ago with a friend, and we were joking around. It was like, kind of when
Did you do it at the library so nobody could trace that you're the one that
It
did the
wasn't about
search?
pornography. It was about Google in general. And Google was still kind of in its infancy where it was like kind of fresh. But I was just amazed on how you could Google anything and find anything. And I said, just give me a phrase, anything. Like I think I was telling someone about Google. I said, you can find anything on the internet. Give me a phrase. And my friend said, Spider-Man taking a dump.
Right.
And I searched for it, and there was like 100 pictures of Spider-Man on the toilet. And it was just amazing. That just some random stupid thing that he came up with trying to make a joke. And the internet was full of those images.
Full of people dressed as Spider-Man taking a
right
dump.
after Google came out, too. So now that's probably 1,000-fold.
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
probably
imagine
Spider-Man
if you-
taking a dump on Spider-Man.
Right. That's right. Two Spider-Mans, one toilet.
Well, two Spider-Man
Spider-Man's
standing
one
in the background.
I mean, the multiverse.
My spidey senses are tingling after watching that one.
I have a confession to make. It's true, and I'm guessing you have done the same thing. Put more time into thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for your retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree with you, and I want to help you out. I've got a local, experienced, down-to-earth guy who's a friend of this show. He's got a get-to-know-you approach and do the right thing values, and he's been around for over 20 years right here on the South Side. His name is Tom Walsh. He's located on the corner of 111th and Kedzie, and he's waiting for your call. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call someone who's invested in your success. Reach out to Tom now, 773-779-0023, or pop in at the office right on 111th and Kedzie. Tell him we sent you. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
So what app did you pick?
I haven't picked an app. No, I mean, seriously, I'm not going to get on it yet. The first thing is the fact that the kids are linked in with my app. So if I get Tinder, it's going to pop up on my daughter's. And secondly, I don't want to date.
You need to not date.
I don't
and
want to date.
I'm saying that in a very general term.
Right.
Maybe you know what that means.
No.
That's what you need.
That's what I want to do, not dating.
Right.
Right. Are we talking about the same thing here?
I think so.
Oh, I know.
I not dated in college.
Yeah, I want to do I want to do the not dating I was doing in college.
That's what you. I'm not saying that's what you
There's an
want to
app
do,
for that
but
too.
That's
though.
what you could probably.
But there's an
need.
app for that too, right?
I'm sure. Yeah.
So that's the app I need. I need the not dating app. The not dating app.
Someone
That's what I
hasn't
need.
made it called Not Dating. We need to make that
Not
app
dating.
right now.
Totally not dated.
Totally. We are totally not going to talk to each other after this happens.
That might be too long, but yeah, that's it.
We are totally never conversing again. If you see me in the store, look the other way and keep going. Right.
One time only.
One time only. Forget my name. Go
You
someplace
don't have
else.
to be lonely at one time only.
Got it. That's an app. It'll be created in the next 30 days by somebody who saw this video. And I'll have to pay $30 to be on the app per month.
The app for people who only want to go on a date one time only. And dates in quotes.
Dates and quotes.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
It's the Southside Pod!
It's the Southside Pod!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
It's the Southside Pod!
It's the Southside Pod!
OMG!
OMG!
It's the SSP!
It's the SSP!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
It's the Southside Pod!
It's the Southside Pod! I learned how they make non-alcoholic beer, seeing as how I'm stuck drinking it still.
I thought you knew how they made it.
No, I didn't know how they
But
made
you
it.
explained the whole process to me.
When did I explain the whole
like
process?
2 or 3 shows ago.
Okay, tell me the process.
I don't know.
He
You just
doesn't
said
we don't listen
they put
to
the
you.
hops and the yeast and they just leave out the, they don't, I don't know.
No,
They
that's
don't-
not how they
That's
do it.
not how
That's
they
not how they do it. Because I learned about it just last
explained
night.
it wrong to me then.
Just last night.
Will you explain it right this time, Chris?
I never explained it to him in the first place.
Then how are we supposed to know?
Why are you backtracking?
You didn't explain it to us.
Last night I'm in Tinley Park. I'm at Hailstorm Brewing. I see Will Turner, who's their brewer. He walks up to me.
Also from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, he is a pirate in the Pirates of the Caribbean. He's got those they're not earrings. They're those things you put inside your
Spacers?
Yeah, with the hole in your ear.
You're talking about the pirate or the beer guy?
The beer guy.
Okay.
The pirates got him too.
Probably.
Oh,
I would
At least
think.
earrings, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But he's got those. So I mean he is kind of like a pirate.
All right.
He's got a couple of tats, got a couple of piercings, got
Scurvy.
the spacers. I don't think he's got scurvy.
Not a real pirate then.
Let's not say that the brewer at a business establishment has scurvy.
It's not contagious.
Let's not tell
I don't think
people
it's
that.
contagious. Is that contagious?
Let's not say that to people.
You
don't
get
think
it
it's
from
contagious.
you get it
He
from
doesn't have
orange
scurvy.
citrus,
It's
don't
from
you?
not eating.
Not eating
vitamin
citrus?
C is what it is.
You gotta have vitamins. Otherwise you get scurvy.
Keep eating those
Right.
oranges.
Right,
Will.
exactly.
Okay.
So he comes up
Glad
and
he beat that back.
Every time he sees me, he wants to buy me beer.
Okay.
He's a nice guy. He's always like, "Hey, Chris, what's going on?" Like we've had him on the show before. And he wants to get me something. He's like, "Oh, we got this on tap." I'm like, "I'm not drinking any alcohol right now." Okay.
And he said, "Really?"
Yeah, and then he asked me, and I had to go through the whole reason why I wasn't doing it, which is really stupid, and I'm not getting into
Listen
it again.
to
on the
every
show.
single
Okay?
episode
I'm
of
not
the
getting
show
into it
ever,
anymore. It's
if you wanna
stupid.
know.
It's
Say it.
stupid.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Stop peer pressuring.
Right. Okay.
Stop
so
peer
anyway,
pressuring
but
me.
I found all these really great non-alcoholic beers lately. Okay. So I asked him, he's like, "Oh yeah, I found this one here. It's really good." And he has a few of them that you can buy there. They have untitled art there. Okay. So he grabs me one. So I was like, how do you make these? He goes, "Oh, we were going to make a bunch of them recently. And what you have to do is you have to take your beer that you've already made, and then you got to find somebody who's got this machine, and the machine draws the alcohol out of the beer.
Find somebody with a machine.
Some breweries have it.
Brewery.
Oh.
So he mentioned,
Not just like
You're gonna put it on
some random-
Facebook Marketplace?
He mentioned
Looking
the
for someone
brewery.
to suck the alcohol out of my beer.
Right.
Contact me.
That could be a job.
$25 an hour or best off.
I found my call.
My job is to suck just the alcohol out of the beer and leave the rest of the beer there.
All
That's
the
all
good
I
parts.
do. Yeah.
I'm not good at it.
You
though.
walk in. You walk
I
in.
am the machine.
Right. You walk into the factory and it's just a bunch of Southsiders with straws,
Right.
just sucking alcohol
All
out of
Polish
this tube.
guys.
Right. Yeah. All Polish guys.
I don't know why.
Couple of
They'd
Russians.
be good at it.
The Russians like
They
vodka
would
too. Yeah.
take it out
Russians,
of vodka.
Russians.
Yeah.
The Russians would be doing it. Yeah. We're talking
Germans
Eastern,
probably, old Germans.
Eastern
Russians
Europeans.
drink
Eastern
Eastern Europeans. If your home
Yeah.
or hometown or whatever is located on the side of Europe that once was on that side of the wall,
They can suck the alcohol out of your beer.
that's who does this.
All right.
Right. That's the people
They're
that
the
are able to do
machine.
this. Right. They are the machine. Okay. But no,
But
there's
now they have machines to do it.
Yeah.
now they have actual machines
okay.
that do it.
Back
Back
in
in
the
the
day.
old days,
Right.
when they wanted to make a non-alcoholic beer, you just had to go. You had to go to
Right.
some spot in
France!
Eastern
You're
Austria,
up.
Hungary. Right. You had to go over there, and then there were guys that did that. Okay. But But that's what they do. They actually. So I think about this. Somebody brews
I think he was
a
messing with
beer.
you. I don't think that's a real thing.
He described the whole process
All
to
right,
me.
go ahead.
He was 100% serious.
Paint a picture for us. Chris.
There's a machine that removes the alcohol through a process from the beers. So all non-alcoholic, and I said, is that every non-alcoholic beer? And he goes, every single one of them does it.
How come they can't do it with like liquor then?
Because then what would you have after you took the alcohol to liquor? You're an actual alcohol remover. That's what you're doing with that Tito's bottle over there.
So there's 4 ways to do it, it says.
Okay, so there's more than one way.
De-alcoholization.
There we go, de-alcoholization.
Which I think was on the script spelling bee. Can I have the word of origin, please? And then like the kids freaking out, like spelling it like in the air and stuff. Through evaporation or vacuum.
Okay.
So they could just suck it out with a vacuum.
Yeah, we're sucking it out of the vacuum.
Arrested fermentation, which I think they had that song Tennessee.
I
don't know what that means. Or de-alcoholization through a membrane, like reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some maltose, I don't know.
But essentially,
They suck it out.
they are always removing the alcohol afterwards. Think about that. Somebody brews beer
You
by the
can't do
barrel.
it without it.
Yeah.
You can't make it initially.
Cannot make it without the alcohol, then you have to remove the alcohol afterwards. So
That's why some residual is still there.
Yeah, that's
well,
why
not
it's
all of
still-
them. Some of them are actually at 0, like Heineken's at 0, the Guinness
They must have
0 is
sucked
at a
it
0.
twice.
But double sucking.
or triple.
That's what it says right here.
Double sucking.
There's an app for that as well.
Get on that one.
What was the rabbit's name in Bambi? It was Thumper. What's this called in radio speak? It's called a bumper. It's a bumper.
Southside Pod listeners, if you're looking for a hot sauce so local, so organic, that the peppers are grown in your neighbor's backyard, and then, for most of the listening area, the sauce is delivered to your door for free, look no further than sidsauce.net. It's the only place I get my hot sauce from. One of the other things that's new here, and people can't really see it when we're doing the show, and you can't see it when you're listening to the show, no matter what. But underneath the bar now.
We see it?
Yeah, you can't see
see it?
You can't see it from
Who
where
can
you're
see
at.
it, Chris?
You'd have to get up and walk around the bar to see it.
That
We have
sounds
a
like a lot of
brand
work.
new studio now down here at the 9 Foot Homemade Oak Bar. Okay. Now,
New studio.
But no one can see.
well, yeah, that's the
It's
beauty
invisible.
Right? Sure you have. This is
shrunk
one of
it.
your delusions. Yeah. Chris has got a new wife, too, and she's
Yep.
6'1" blonde, and she's beautiful.
There'll
You
be
can't
no
see
more.
her.
There'll be no more of those.
Don't try to call
There'll
her.
be no more
She
of
doesn't
those.
have a phone.
Ladies, the only way I'm getting married a second time is if you have a lot of money.
For money. For money, yeah.
First one was for love. Second one's for fun. That's what I've been told by several
Tell us
people.
about this new studio you got, Chris. Beautiful, by the way.
That we can't see.
It's so nice.
So
Did you get it in Canada?
yes, the original studio is a laptop and a power surge. Even though it's plugged into a surge protector, a power surge seems to have made the battery inside of the laptop that ran this studio explode.
Sounds like the beginning of a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And then acid
He's a superhero
from
now.
the battery
Podcaster man.
went through every drive
Kept
in the
him
system,
boring.
slowly eating through it. And it would just eat one driver and then it would go into the next one. So things are just disappearing off the screen one day. And the best part about it, Bill,
Like it was slowly disappearing? Like,
It sounds like a
the
bad
picture from Back to the Future?
bad
yes,
Like
that's
your
what it
family
looked like.
was-
It looked like the Back to the Future picture. And
Oh, no!
and the thing was, when it first started going
You just let
haywire,
it go through Mike first and then stop it?
I was definitely what was the brother's name? I was definitely him, yeah.
Oh, no. Let me save you. I'll try.
oh, Mike's gone. Can we save the rest of the
But they
system?
came back. Everybody came
How'd you
back.
save the stuff before him and after him? But he's gone.
Can we save the rest of the system? We can actually bring him back. Nah, what if we just wanted to save the rest of the system? What if we just wanted the rest of it, but he melted and went away? What would that cost? Ballparking for me.
It was too expensive, right?
But the thing is, so I'm on the phone with tech support because I'm on with it's Sweetwater. If you've
Okay.
ever heard of this, they're
Yes.
basically like the Google of audio. I mean, they have a whole campus there. They put stages on the interior and exterior of their building where rock bands come in and they try out all the equipment before they go out on world tours.
Nice.
Okay, and they've got radio studios in there, and they've got any kind of sound equipment you could think of. Okay, and they have this online store, and they ship things like overnight, like boom, they just send you stuff. So I have tech support with them, and I jump on, and this poor girl, it's after hours tech support when it starts going wrong. And the people that are working
not
that,
the A-team.
that is not the A-team.
Yeah.
Okay, and she sounds very young. Okay. And
some guy's like 10-year-old daughter. Get the phone, honey.
Okay, mister, my dad's done with work, but it's after hours, so I take over for the next couple hours.
He said to turn it off and turn it on again?
Yeah, have you tried to Fonzie it? I don't know what that means, but so she gets on and she says, can I take over the computer? And I was like, yeah, sure. So, she gives me a code, and all of a sudden I see my mouse moving because she's running it from where she's at.
Started.
Right. And
It's got full of references tonight.
as she is clicking on buttons and trying to fix it, all of a sudden the entire D drive that has every bit of audio in the studio disappears.
You just hear her go, oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I heard it. See, that was the
What's
thing.
that? Nothing? Nothing?
Yeah. So I saw it disappear right there on the screen. And then I hear her mutter to herself, and then I felt like I could hear the click when you put somebody on mute, where she probably was just dropped F-bombs. Like, what did I
Smashed the
just
phone
do?
down, probably,
Right.
yeah.
So she comes back, and then she's just like, okay, let me see if I can do this. I go, well, hold on a second. Did you see that whole drive disappear?
What?
And she goes, well, I didn't do that. I said, you were running the computer when the whole drive disappeared.
No.
Now, I have since called up Sweetwater and said, will you please get a message to this poor girl that it wasn't her fault.
It was, though.
No, it wasn't. It was because the acid was eating through the interior of the computer at the same time that she was trying to fix things. She didn't know that. That wasn't her fault. But at the time that she was fixing things were disappearing. And I was like, what are you doing to my computer? My whole business is disappearing. Like this poor girl. And I didn't get really angry. I just had like that, I just lost 6 years of work. It wasn't me. Are you sure it wasn't you? Like, I'm like in that calm but angry
You're a nice
thing.
guy. You could have kept that going.
Yeah.
This is every phone call I got my first 10 years of work.
Yeah. So, and then I find out that the thing was being eaten and destroyed and stuff like that. So I was like, the first thing I did, I actually bought the new system from Sweetwater. And it's this really powerful, like 10 times more processing power, everything else. Not a laptop anymore.
You got the anti-acid undercoating.
Right. I got the anti-acid undercoating on there and everything else like that. And I every time I call, I'm like, can you just get a message to the tech girl? And I give her name, and I'm like, everything's working great. I hope she's still employed there. Like, her dad did not give her cookies and milk that night.
No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Southside Pod Bulletin Board brought to you by Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. They got wines from around the world, and they're constantly changing them. They also have really good food and a relaxed atmosphere, but definitely a date night place. 21 and over. Go there, have a little bit of food, have a little bit of wine, lounge around, try it all out. If you find something you like, buy a bottle at the wine shop and take it home. See more at SpokenVineWines.com. The big thing that you got to mark on your calendar, Saturday, March 2nd, it's coming up. Mother McCauley High School Fathers and Mothers Club is putting on a night of comedy. Mike Toomey of WGN is going to be headlining this event, 21 and over, and then some local comedians, Tim Walco, Bill Bunker, Brian Good. $50 ticket. It includes corned beef buffet dinner. 'Tis the season for the corned beef dinners from Clancy's in Oak Lawn, as well as chicken and pasta from Baracos. So you get a choice. Cash bar going to be available. Split the pot. Some raffle prizes like a 75-inch LG 4K UHD TV. Get your tickets right now online, or you can even reserve an entire table of 8. mothermacaulay.org/parents/comedy night. And then also over at Gaelic Park here on the South Side, don't forget that Sunday, March 10th, they are hosting their annual Southside Irish Celebration. $10 when you purchase online ahead of time, $15 on the day of. Admission for kids is only $5. And I'm already entered in this contest. Maybe you should get in there as well. The Win a Chicago Home raffle going on at Gaelic Park. The drawing is taking place on Sunday, March 24th. They're giving away a brand new home at 10430 South Sawyer Avenue in Mount Greenwood. You could take the home, or you could take a cash prize of $450,000. Only $100 to get a raffle ticket. Get all the details, ChicagoGaelicPark.com. I'm trying to get to all the different events going on around the south side, south suburbs lately, but it feels like I'm always at like a kids event. I went to a third grade basketball game this morning on a Sunday morning.
Awesome.
Third grade basketball game.
What was the final score? 8-3.
I've seen those games.
What was better? That or the finals of the WNBA championship?
Oh no, the third grade basketball game was intense. Those kids are flying all over the place.
Who would win? The Chicago Sky or the third grade basketball team?
The third grade basketball team.
I'm so sorry. That's
they
terrible.
could give.
I'm saying that because it's just a common
There was
joke.
a bigger crowd at the Mount Greenwood Rec Center than at a WNBA game.
Well, it's because you could drink for free at the Mount Greenwood Rec Center. So
True. On a Sunday, especially on a Sunday morning.
So no, I go to this thing. You know, my kid Nick he's got the basketball skills of his father.
Oh,
so he's terrible.
And his grandfather and his brother and basically all Lanudis. There aren't a lot of really good Italian
I've never
basketball
heard
players, right?
A famous NBA named Lanuti.
Yeah, there's never been.
No,
there's no. I mean, think about it. Come up with like a famous Italian basketball
sports
player.
in general. I mean,
Right. Yeah, you don't really get that.
No.
Like when they do like the World
Rocky
Baseball Classic,
Colavito.
they can't find enough Italians that play baseball to put on the Italian team.
So it's Americans with Italian names.
Or sometimes it's Americans that don't have Italian names, right? I mean, it's
they find
had
some
Italian
dude
for
from Haiti
dinner.
and they're like,
Right.
your name's Vincenzo.
right. Really good at making food.
See.
Really good at making food. Not so good at dribbling the basketball.
Right, okay.
That's what the Italians are.
That's fine. We're all good at something.
Right, exactly. So he's got the same skill set as me. So, like, to me, I felt like he had a spectacular game. 4 rebounds.
Oh, okay.
3 of them, the ball just hit him in the face, and he luckily grabbed onto it
Still
as
counts.
it fell on his head. And the 4th one legitimately picked it up after it bounced 6 times and no other kid was around.
Still counts.
Okay? 2 steals. More the other kid lost
One was
the
a
ball.
ball, one was some guy's wallet.
Right. Because he's Italian.
He's Italian.
He's Italian.
Hey, look over there.
What was the ball?
Were they wearing white tank tops too?
And then he had one shot.
They weren't all
One shot.
Italian. Just him. Just his kid
Just
was
my
wearing it.
kid. No, the other kids are
Well,
really
it
good
looked
at
weird
basketball.
if he was the only one wearing it.
Really, there's some really good players on these teams, but no, not my kid. And he even said it today. He was describing it. Were you here when he was telling?
I missed that
people?
part.
He was like, I'm the worst basketball player on my team, but I'm getting better. That's what he said. That's how he described himself to people today when he saw them.
Self-awareness.
I'm the
That's what
worst
your nephew.
basketball
I think that's what
player
your
on my
nephew
team.
said about his younger brother too.
Yeah.
So
he but then he had the one shot, and the shot was basically what his father would have done in the 3rd grade.
underhand.
The ball magically ends up in his hands. The kid didn't pass it to him. His teammate tried to pass it to another kid. It went off somebody's arm, and it bounced off,
Like, dude,
and it hit my kid in the chest, right underneath the hoop. He's just
How many people in there were yelling, shoot it?
Everybody yells it. Other parents are yelling because, again, this kid never gets a shot off.
Right.
And he's the shortest kid out there. The little
got that
Italian
going for him,
kid.
too.
Okay?
They're expecting
Short
like
and
the
Italian.
they're expecting the Rudy moment from
Little
him, right?
Nicky Lanuti's out
gonna
there.
make
right.
it.
Little Nicky Lanuti's out there with a basketball that's as big as him. Okay? And he takes this thing, and in desperation, he knows he's got to get that shot
This is
off.
a big of me ball.
He takes this thing. I'm not kidding. He takes this ball right away. He takes it, and he just throws it right up in the air. But the hoop is over here.
Amazing.
He fires it in the opposite direction
All right.
of the net because he doesn't realize where he is. He fires the ball away from his own
Okay.
net. He just gets the shot off.
He got it,
He
yeah.
gets the shot off.
Right.
He looks around. He goes, "Oh, that wasn't where the net
Right.
is." Then he just runs down to go play defense.
All right.
That's what he
Good
goes
job,
down.
guys. Come on.
Hey,
Get back in there.
you gotta take your shot. You know.
He took his
You
shot.
miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Chris.
Yeah.
If he misses 100% of the shots he doesn't take, too. Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Nick Lanuti once said, I miss 100% of the shots that I do take.
Take that way,
Mamma
Gretzky.
mia.
It's the South Side. It's the South Side. It's South Side Pod. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all come back now, you hear?